Welcome to the Mixed Mornings and More podcast
with your friends, Steph and Sean.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. I'm back. It's Wednesday.
I'm so happy to see you, Sean. Okay, you can say the date.
Wednesday. It is. It's still March. Felt like I slept for about a month, but still March. It's the 23rd and it's 5:31 right now.
How are you feeling today?
Better. Definitely better than before. Still some lingering things, but nothing too crazy anymore. With my time off for like the one day, I was trying to crack down how did I get sick?
How did it happen?
Yeah, threw on the investigator cap and everything.
Yeah.
So it was Friday night, Saturday night, I was doing Oil Barons game. I host them. I'm always chatting with fans and whatnot. I'm often surrounded by just 30 children at once whenever I talk on the microphone.
And those are germ buckets for sure.
Yeah, germ bucket is very accurate. So maybe it was Friday or Saturday, but then Sunday we went bowling, and I remember I did not sanitize my hands in between sticking my fingers in the bowling ball and then eating a piece of pizza.
Gross.
So that's number 3 option of potentially where I could have gotten sick. That's totally on me. They had sanitizer stations at the front when you were picking up your bowling ball, and then at the back when you were sitting down by the food. And I was just no. Living in a free world, bowling ball, pizza, these things. The pandemic taught me nothing, basically.
It's very true. Oh my gosh, gross, Sean.
Yeah, so either way, I'm on the healing mend right now.
I'm glad to hear it, and I'm glad you stayed home yesterday and kept that bowling ball sickness to yourself. I think as soon as the warm weather comes around, there's this very strong urge to release the feet.
Yeah. Oh, big time. I'm wholeheartedly in that.
Yeah, you're just you've been cooped up in boots for so long and woolly socks. And have you taken out your sandals yet?
I wear them around the house right now, but I haven't stepped outside with them. Yesterday was close. If I was feeling well yesterday, I probably would have walked around with my sandals.
Well, we do have a high of 14 or 15 today, so it could happen.
Yeah, the puddles and stuff are going to start. Because I noticed yesterday, a lot of the melt happened. I peeked out my window for a hot second. A lot of the melt has gone away. Even my walk to work this morning, some of the puddles that were there on Monday were gone too.
Yeah, well, I just have a quick PSA about it because I did on Tuesday night wear out my little cute sneakers with ankle socks, and I was I just need to not be wearing rain boots right now.
Yeah.
But I really needed to be wearing rain boots. I stepped in a puddle. I got a wet foot. I got a muddy foot. My shoes are ruined. It's just just hold off, even though it feels really good. Learn from my mistake and decide that to wait a couple weeks.
You save the shoes. The other day, I ran into someone who does a job that is kind of, I want to say maybe underappreciated, but just jobs that you go in, you're just going to run into hostile people.
Oh dear, what were they doing?
Well, it was when my I fell victim to the winter maintenance zone and my car got towed.
Oh right, yeah.
And just the people, so tow drivers, I think half of them you're either going out and saving someone, so it's oh, thank you so much, you help me, or maybe you have a contract, say, with the RMWB, and you're just constantly towing people's cars away.
Right.
And so pretty much everyone, no one's gonna go to the tow driver and pick up their car and be hey, thanks for towing my, no one's going there happy,
Yeah, I feel you would have to have some really thick skin, because I can't imagine that most folks are kind to the person when they're searching a lot for their car when it got towed.
Exactly. And so when I went in there, I kind of had that mindset. I'm you know what, it's not, they just have a job to do. It's whatever, part of their contract, whatever they have in mind. It's just, it's not them. They're just being told what to do. So when I went there, they're I paid for it and everything. Well, I hope your day gets better. You can tell they've gone through a system of things to say. And I was just this sucks kind of thing. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm just mad at other things in the world right now. So you guys have a job to do. And it's just I showed them a little appreciation, even though I just shelled out a couple $100 to get my car back. It was it's not your fault that I'm in this situation.
Yeah, totally. I can think of some other jobs, kind of insurance companies. I think that would be so difficult, just fighting with people and saying like, oh, well, we're only deeming it worth this much money. Well, it's not the person on the phone's fault that they're only deeming it worth that much. And same, like I was at the dentist the other day and someone was mad about how much a tooth thing costs.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I don't know who set the fees, but it's definitely not the person answering the phone.
Yeah, yeah. Just, some of those verses, like, I'm just, like, working. Like, I don't make the rules here.
Yeah, it just seems like such a tough place to be in, but I'm thankful it's not my job.
Yeah, there we go.
I would go home and cry every day.
Yeah.
So kudos to you guys. Watching Till Debt Do Us Part reruns last night, because I'm a nerd like that.
Thrilling.
But one of the things the host Gail Voss Oxley does is she goes into people's houses and kind of like looks around to see like just where is your money going.
Oh, yeah.
And the girlfriend was complaining about her boyfriend's sneaker collection. He was like this hardcore sneakerhead. He had so many pairs of shoes that were in pristine shoe boxes that he wouldn't even try on. Like, I'm not even going to put my foot in that shoe.
Yeah.
It'll like reduce the value. But they weren't even on display. Like, they're just all hanging out in boxes in a closet.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually if there's a sneakerhead, they usually like to like have one, like their own Foot Locker or whatever. They usually like to have one on a wall and she'd be like, look at all these beautiful things I've been collecting.
Yeah, these were just hanging out in a closet. And perhaps it was because they didn't have a big enough house to display the amount of shoes the man had. But I was like, oh my gosh, do I have a collection like this that I'm unknowing of? Is there something in your house your girlfriend would be like, you collect way too many things and you don't even like them?
I don't think she doesn't like them. She helps contribute to a collection that I have. My girlfriend and I started getting into, well, we were into craft beer, but now that we're together, like, I buy like stickers to all the breweries and I put them on like my Nalgene. If I don't have room on like my Nalgene water bottle, then I'll just like maybe put them on my laptop, or just stickers. They're so easy, they're inexpensive, and you can just kind of put them wherever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, stickers are so small as well. Like, nobody's going to be like, oh my goodness, you're just taking up too much space with your sticker collection.
Yeah, so it's nothing where like invokes just like, whoa, we have no room for anything. But I do collect just like brewery stickers. I think it's very fun.
That is really fun. I am like a terrible collector. I've been racking my brain all morning trying to figure out like, what do I collect?
Well, you were mentioning you haven't done spring cleaning yet, and you have just this giant closet.
It's true. It's true. Like, I guess I could say I collect clothes. Is that something you can say?
Well, it's just like, well, I'm eventually going to wear. Are you? Are you going to wear it?
Get out of my head and out of my closet. Collections. Sometimes people make them for you. For instance, I have a ton of vintage camper decor. Got Christmas tree ornaments, I have framed photos, I have planters, and I haven't bought a single thing of those. I bought a vintage camper, the whole thing, that I actually camp in, but everybody else is like, she loves vintage campers. I'm fully okay with it. I am thankful for the collection that I have, but I definitely have not added it to it myself.
Maybe people saw that you made an Instagram account for your camper and like very passionate about it.
It could
and they
be.
latched onto that.
I mean, there's lots of things. I am passionate about that camper. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. But only one. You don't want multiple.
No. Please don't anybody gift me another camper. I've got enough renovation problems with this one.
Yeah. No, it's interesting you say that because there could be like a one-off item in your house that might be like a gag gift or something, and maybe a friend or a family member could come into your place and like take notice of it and be like, oh, well, Christmas, I know what to get them now. They clearly love seagulls, or like, you know.
That absolutely happened to me as well. I had an owl throw pillow, just one.
Yeah.
And my aunt came and stayed with me for a couple days, and for a housewarming, thank you for having me, she bought me like a ton of owl themed stuff. And then every time I saw her, she's like, I just saw this owl and thought of you. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm an owl collector, and I had a throw pillow. That's
You're an owl woman now without even knowing it.
Oh my God.
It's not hoarding, it's collecting. 780-791-1037. You can text or call us. Do you have anything that you're collecting and that you just take good pride in? Jonathan over on our Facebook said Hot Wheels and hockey cards. And I can totally relate to the hockey card part of this, because when I was growing up, still am obsessed with sports. But he says he has around 1,1600, and I'm pretty sure that I had the same binder. I had a binder, and it had the pages and it could fit like 9 cards. So you have 9 cards on one side, 9 cards on the other. And there must have been hundreds upon hundreds of just pages filled with so many hockey cards.
Now, did you buy them like for a premium? Or were you like, I really want Felix the Cat Potvin.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay $60 for his rookie hockey card.
I wouldn't go scouting out for individual ones. I think I'll just always buy packs. I would just buy a bunch of packs and see what I got in the packs. And then, of course, you get so many duplicates. And I remember some of those like packs in the binder just being like 7 deep of the same card. I'm like, okay, I got to do something with these.
Got to trade. Donna said that she used to collect cherished Teddy's porcelain figures.
Oh.
But she had to stop because she has over 300 pieces and she ran out of space in her like Curiel cabinet to display them all.
Wow, that is a collection. Over 300 teddies?
Yeah. Well, I think they must be like they're porcelain figurines.
Yeah,
so they're
yeah.
like kind of like precious moments, like they're glass.
That's right.
And yeah.
Whew, okay, that's very cool. Chris on her Facebook page, this is an interesting one, Steph.
Okay.
Bicycles.
What?
Collects bicycles. He included a picture, and there's 3 in the picture of just different type. One looks like a racing one looks maybe a little bit more off-road but still a little bit racy, and then another one is a different style of bike. And I'm just like, that can't be cheap.
That's an expensive collection. I hope he is not one of those people that's like, look at my bike, it hangs on the wall, and he actually is like, look
Never
at my
rides.
bike, I take it out. Yeah.
Just never rides. I'm just, I love bikes. I hang them on my wall.
Best place for him. When I go to the grocery store, I do pretty much the exact same thing. I walk in, go to the produce department, over to the meat, up through all the aisles where the cans are, and I finish in the milk section.
Okay, yeah, nice little routine. I think everyone's got it for the grocery store.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you've been doing it all your life, so it's just kind of what you do.
Yeah.
Yesterday, though, I discovered that like the little keychain that I have that plugs into the grocery cart was missing.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have a loonie on me, and so I had to use a basket to walk around.
Yeah.
And I thought, every time I use a basket, I squish my produce. I'm going to do my walk backwards.
Okay, yeah, you got to do it strategic now.
Yes. But I have a grocery list that organizes things by the section, by the order that I'm in, and trying to do it backwards.
Fancy, look at you.
Thank you. It doesn't work backwards. It's so hard. I'm in the milk section. Then, like, milk is extremely heavy.
Yeah.
And now suddenly I'm carrying a gallon of milk around the grocery store with me as my first item.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to, like, go get cans. And I was like, actually, I understand the produce is much lighter. So if you start with that, at least you've kind of gotten the bulk of your order and you can carry it.
Yeah, it's not really a workout from the start.
So it took me twice as long to grocery shop yesterday and a store back later as I, of course, I felt like one of those people that they're like, I will not take 2 trips to inside with a grocery bag.
Yeah.
But that was me going to my car from the grocery store. Like I was just like, I am a pack mule. Oh my God.
I am a grown woman and I can do this.
The Fort McMurray SPCA is here with the sweetest puppy named Bronco. Misty, tell us about him.
So Bronco is the cutest little pup. He's 9 months old, but sadly he's been in shelter for over 110 days.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's shocking.
It is. And as you can see, he's the most playful pup. He's here chasing his toys. He's got his Easter bunny he's gladly meeting. So he loves his stuffies. As you can see, he'll toss him up in the air. He loves it. And we're all shocked. He's just the cutest little love bug. He loves to cuddle. He loves giving kisses.
And how old did you say Bronco was?
9 months.
Yeah, so Bronco's 9 months. Pretty much, is this how big you can expect Bronco to be?
Probably just a little bit bigger, but, maybe a little bit heftier.
Yeah.
A lot stronger. He's got a lot of muscle to gain there, so.
And what kind of dog is he?
So we have him down as a Rottweiler Cross here.
And so we're on Facebook Live right now if you want to go check out Bronco. Steph, we've been playing with Bronco for the past 5-7 minutes or so since y'all showed up here. I can tell you first and foremost, loves butt scratches. So if you give a little butt scratch, he'll be a best friend for a long time over there.
And what's going on at the SPCA right now? What are you in need of?
So right now we're pretty low on our pet food bank. So for those who don't know, we do have a program where people can come in if they're needing an extra hand at feeding their pets for a month. So if anyone's out shopping and they see a good deal on dry dog food, please bring it up to us. Last year we helped over 1,400 dogs get food for the year. So it's really critical that we have that so we don't have anyone being turned away when they come looking for that extra help.
For sure, for sure. More info on their website, fmspca.ca. Misty, thank you so much for bringing such a fun, loving, cuddly friend, and hopefully he's not there to bring next week. Somebody gets him.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Mixed Mornings and More podcast. Want to connect with Steph and Sean?
Get in the mix. Join them every weekday morning from 5:30 till 10 and call or text 780-791-1037.